You know, some footballers are kings of the pitch for a season, but very, very few become emperors for all time. Today, we're diving into the legacy of one of those truly rare figures, the one and only Franz Beckenbauer. In the world of football, you really only need one name for him, Der Kaiser. That's German for the emperor. And look, this wasn't just some catchy nickname. No way. It was a title he earned, a perfect reflection of his regal presence and his total command of the game. So that begs the question, right? How on earth does a footballer become an emperor? It's got to be more than just winning trophies. And it is. It's about presence, it's about innovation, and leaving behind a legacy that lasts forever. So let's break it all down and see exactly what earned him that incredible title. Okay, first things first, we've got to start where it all began, on the pitch, because that's where the whole legend of the emperor was forged. You see, he wasn't just playing the game, he was fundamentally changing it from the ground up. That name, Der Kaiser, it really came from this incredible mix of qualities. For one, he had this elegance, this grace on the ball that you just didn't see from defenders back then. And he wasn't content to just play his position. Oh no, he commanded the entire field with this unbelievable leadership.
Now, to really get a handle on his genius, you have to understand the role he played. It's called the libero, or sometimes the sweeper. Traditionally, this was a purely defensive job. You're the last line of defense, and your whole purpose is to sweep up any mistakes your teammates make. You're basically a human safety net.
And this is where Beckenbauer completely flipped the script. He looked at that safety net role and said, nope, not for me. He absolutely refused to just sit back there. Instead, he transformed their position into an attacking weapon. He became this deep-lying playmaker who controlled the entire rhythm of the game. He wasn't just reacting to what was happening, he was dictating it.
Of course, every emperor needs a kingdom, right? Well, Beckenbauer's was built on a massive pile of trophies. All that innovative style wasn't just for show, not at all. It translated directly into some serious, unparalleled success. Let's just talk about the Ballon d'Or for a second. The award for the best player on the planet. He won it twice, in 1972 and 1976. Now, you got to understand, this award almost always goes to the flashy strikers, the goal scorers. So for a guy who started out as a defender to be named the world's best player, not just once, but twice, that's insane. It tells you everything you need to know about his total dominance.
And it wasn't just about individual awards either. That same year, 1972, he was the captain for West Germany, and he led them all the way to a European Championship victory. Leading from the back, he completely cemented his reputation as a true leader.
But if you're looking for the single crowning achievement of his entire reign, the one thing that really sets him apart in the history books forever, we have to talk about the World Cup. And this is what's so incredible. In 1974, there he is, on the field, captain of the team, lifting that iconic World Cup trophy. Now press fast forward 16 years, it's 1990, and there he is again. But this time, he's on the sideline, the manager, guiding a whole new generation to that exact same peak. I mean, that kind of influence over that much time, it's almost unheard of. Doing that, winning the World Cup as both a player and a manager, it puts him in one of the most exclusive clubs in all of sports history. It's just proof of a complete mastery of the game, from playing on the grass to drawing up plays on the tactics board. That's a level of influence that just spans generations. But his influence didn't just stop when he stepped away from the sideline, not even close. The emperor's reach, you could say, extended way beyond the pitch, right into the boardrooms, where the big decisions about the global game are made.
Yeah, he really did become a global ambassador for the sport. And probably his biggest achievement off the pitch was when he led the committee that brought the 2006 World Cup to his home country, Germany. And you know what? People still talk about that tournament as one of the best ever. At that point, he wasn't just a player or a coach. He was a full-on football statesman.
So, when you start putting all these different pieces together, the innovator, the winner, the leader, the statesman, a really clear picture of his legacy starts to form. So you see, it was never just one single thing that made him Der Kaiser. It was the whole package, the unbelievable elegance and vision, the supreme leadership, the fact that he started a tactical revolution, and then, on top of all that, his role as a global ambassador for the very game he helped define.
So in the end, that title, the Emperor, it really wasn't just a nickname, was it? It was just reality.
Franz Beckenbauer is, without a doubt, one of the most dominant, most innovative, and most important figures the world of football has ever known.
And that kind of leaves us with one last fascinating thought to chew on. Today's game, it's all about specialists, right? You have defenders who just defend, attackers who just attack. So, could a player like Dirk Kaiser, a guy who did it all, who basically invented his own position and controlled the game from literally anywhere on the field, could a player like that even exist today? It's definitely something to think about.